All right. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be doing a solo run of Pokemon Red and Blue with I don't even know. Uh, this is something I'm going to start doing every Tuesday. For the game that I'm doing this week, which for this week is Red version, I released Pokemon Red with Golem as a standalone video on Sunday, which has been doing very great. Thanks for the support. And today will be random. And then Friday will be Ride-On. So, how are we going to decide the Pokemon? Simple. Random Pokemon Generator, randompokemon.com. I have it set to one Pokemon, Kanto, all types. It can literally be anything, but if it ends up being Ditto or one of the obvious impossibles like Kakuna or Magikarp, then I will re-roll. I mean, Ditto is doable, but the problem is I'm going to have to set aside like 8 hours to do that run. That's going to be an 8-hour run. What if it's Smeargle? It can only be from Gen 1. If it is Mew, then we'll do Mew. Like, I'll do anything else. This thing could roll Voltorb, which is a horrible Pokemon, and I do it. It just has to be something that's not obviously impossible. And not many Pokemon are obviously impossible. Alright, so as soon as I click this generate button right here, we are going to look up the Pokemon stats, moveset, and I'll have to go ahead and make the ROM, and then we'll get started with our 2 playthroughs. Oh, no, okay. If it's something I've already done, I'll re-roll. Or here's another thing. There are some Pokemon Red runs that will be videos, but I haven't played them yet. If I roll one of those, I'll play it anyway, and just think of a different video plan. Like, for example, later in the year, I am doing Alakazam in Red version. If I roll Alakazam today, I'll do it, and just think of a different video. Well, Dominic, it has to be something in Kanto. This ain't a backport. Although, randomly decided backports would be an interesting idea. Anyway, let's not keep delaying it. What is our one Pokemon? Nidoran female. Oh, God. Oh, man, that's not good. This thing in yellow is decent because it gets double kick at, like, level 12. This thing doesn't get double kick till, like, 40. Brock is going to be bad. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Nidoran female. Let's see. 55 HP, 47 attack, 52 defense, 40 special, and 41 speed. Alright, well, yeah, we'll need to take a look at this thing's moveset in Gen 1. Growl and Tackle, Scratch at level 8, which is an upgrade, then Poison Sting, then Tail Whip at 21. No, Dominic, I'm not going to reroll. Nidoran's obviously possible. Yeah, Gyarados would be very broken. And then level 29, we get Bite and Fury Swipes and Double Kick. But here's the thing, if this was yellow version, this would be good. We'd have a solution for Brock. And interestingly enough, this thing gets weird kind of coverage. We have Fighting for Double Kick. And we get Thunderbolt, Thunder, and Blizzard, but no Ice Beam for some reason. But on the bright side, we do get Body Slam, which is the most powerful physical move in the game, in my opinion, besides Earthquake. Yeah, everything gets Mimic too, yeah. Okay, yeah, the early game's gonna be rough. I don't think it'll be too bad in the early game, though. I think once it gets past Brock and levels up, it'll be fine. Because there is one advantage to Nidoran. It is in the medium-slow level up group, so we will be gaining XP quite nicely. Oh yeah, Skull Bash is one of the worst moves in Gen 1. I mean, in newer games, it's sort of usable because it does give you a defense boost, but in Gen 1, it does not do that. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and make the ROM for it. Alright. We are going to be doing Nidoran female. Also, I know the thumbnail still says, like, random Pokemon. I'm not going to update it to say Nidoran until after the stream's done. So that way, if people want to go back and see what it was, the thumbnail will have a Nidoran on it. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, it could have been worse. This thing could have been Voltorb. If you're wondering why Voltorb would be bad, Voltorb needs level 21 to beat Brock, because that's when it gets Sonic Boom. I mean, I don't think Nidoran female is going to need to be that high of a level. Yeah, I know Van Man and Scott have done Nidoran female before. You know what? I have an idea. Let me go ahead and load up the game, and we'll go take a look at Van Man's video. And J-Rose, this is something that Steve likes to do. He likes to look at what other people have done for their first playthroughs. So once I get this loaded up, we'll take a look at some other videos and see what kind of stuff we have to work with. Like, it'll be a good idea to see, like, what other people got for Brock. Like, what level. Alright, got the game all loaded up. Alright, since I'm playing Pokemon Red and Blue, I can customize the color palette for the game. I'm gonna customize this palette to look like Nidoran female, so let me go ahead and do that really quick. Alright. How this works is I put the Nidoran picture inside one of those little, like, color pickers, and I pick 2 colors on the Pokemon itself that I like, and we'll put it in the game. Let's see how this looks. A bit too bright. Then again, that's sort of like Nidoran's color. Let me try using the dark purple in Nidoran's ear for the dark color. Okay, that's... What the heck happened there? Oh, oops. You know what? I think that's a good color palette. We'll stick with that. Growl has a purpose for the TNT hiker. Growl spam, wait for them to blow up. That's probably going to have to be the strat, because the Nidos don't learn dig for some reason. Alright. Refresh the overlay. I'll need to calculate this thing's critical hit chance, because I have to update that manually. Let's see, we have 41 speed. You gotta divide it by 512, multiply by 100. 8% chance to crit. %8 crit chance. Yeah, not really the best. Alright, I just gotta make sure our stats are set to perfect. Hey, Shadow. What if it was Ghastly? Ghastly would actually be super good in this game, because Nightshade in this game can hit normal types, so... And not many Pokemon can even hit Ghastly. Alakazam. Yeah, there's a lot of things that Nidoran has to worry about. Alright. I got the game set up. Oh, for some reason I don't have Live Split open. Oops. Yeah, with these random Pokemon streams, the setup time is going to be a little bit longer. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at how do I say this? Nidoran female solo run. All right. Let's take a look here. I see J-Rose did it like 4 years ago. JD's Nerdverse did it, but that's an evolution line. I guess it's good to see like the level he beat for Brock at. Retro Brown. Oh no, that's Nidoran male. Okay, he did one for female too. What's this guy's name? Rippy one. Oh, it's some guy who uses Scott's overlay. Nice. Fellow Scott fan. Yeah, and there's obviously the Van Man one. All right, so yeah, let's start with J-Rose. Well, This one's like 4 years ago. I should probably not do that. Let's take a look at Van Man. Alright, let's take a look.
Hi everyone, Van Man here. Red, blue, and yellow, the trifecta of Gen 1 Pokemon games. Upon Pokemon Red and Blue's release in the mid-90s, they were an instant hit, and then the Pokemon anime was created based on those games, and then Pokemon Yellow was created as a sequel to Pokemon Red and Blue to more closely resemble the anime. As far as in-game mechanics are concerned, all three games are extremely...
Actually, Nidoran male is on Van Man's channel. I think female's on Scott's channel. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Today, I want to find out which game is harder for Nidoran female to beat. Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Blue?
I do miss Van Man at times.
Over the last year, I've become very familiar with Pokemon Yellow. The thing is, it's faster.
Okay.
It
looks like he did it at level 18. With Scratch, Tackle, Growl, and Poison Sting. I guess the plan is just set up a bunch of Growls on the Geodude.
It's down to 0. The game has no way to show that the attack did no damage other than just saying that the attack missed. So Geodude's defense curls lowered Poison Sting's damage enough that it was rounding down to 0. Even with this setback and the lost turns, Van Man still defeats the Geodude and moves on to Onix. He uses Screech and then goes for Bide, which gives Van Man full setup with Growl. Also, he's outspeeding the Rock Snake so he can prevent all the damage from Bide by just failing Growl over and over now. The fact that this Onix lacks Bind is really nice, because this fight is very close. Nidoran's in the red, Onix is...
Alright, so level 18 makes the most sense. Let's see what other people beat Brock at. I'm not going to look at the entire run. I'm just going to look at the Brock split, because pretty much most people are going to play the Brock split similarly. Okay, take a look at JD's Nerdverse. Let's see what level he beat Brock at. Oh, this ain't gonna count. He evolved to Nidorina before then. Never mind then. His video's invalid. Let's take a look at Retro Brown. I don't think Steve ever played with Nidoran female though, so I can't really look at his run. Let's take a look at Retro Brown. I know Steve often likes to look at Retro Brown's videos, because he's done a lot of Pokemon in Red and Blue, even though his videos are kind of old.
Surprising. We got about 4 or 5 sand attacks off and we still win, which I was not expecting. Now, let's see how we do against Brock. We're level 14 here, so...
I actually know about Zwigo. I don't know if he's done Nidoran, though.
Scratch is going to be a better move than using Poison Sting, so let's just keep going with Scratch. He's going to keep spamming Defense Curl.
14 is interesting.
And I'd rather he spam Defense Curl, to be fair, because... it means that he's not actually doing damage to us, which would give us more PP for the Onix, but as you can see...
Yeah, I think we can clearly see why that low level's not going to work.
We need to go train, come back and see what we've got left and how many times he's tackling me.
He also came to the same conclusion at level 18. Actually, he grinded a little bit higher than that. It looks like 18 might be like the bare minimum. Even then, it's still kind of luck dependent. I think 18 might be the best call for Brock. Alright, I think the last one, I'm going to see if Gym Leader Matt ever played this, because Gym Leader Matt is honestly one of the best Gen 1 solo runners. I don't think he's done it, though, because I would be seeing it right now if he did. Oh, well. I think we get the point, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our first playthrough started. I'm just making sure I have the moveset on another screen. The type order needs to be pure poison. Alright, I'll go ahead and make a poll. Like, what time do you think we'll beat the champion at? What time will I beat the champion at? Under... this is gonna be bad, actually. Actually, let's compare this to my other Pokemon Red runs. Well, hold on. Okay, I can show this. Just making sure Rhydon's results aren't on here. Take a look here. This is definitely going to be bottom tier, but is it better or worse than Kabuto? Because Kabuto, I don't believe got Swords Dance. No, it didn't. Only Kabutops did. And Pidgeotto does need a second playthrough at some point. If you're wondering why Kabuto has only one playthrough, I did do a follow-up, but I got a worse time. You think it's going to be worse? Probably, yeah, because Kabuto did have Harden for badge boosts. Let's set the over-under at 120. Do you think this is going to be better or worse than Kabuto? Okay, I don't think it's going to be 230, Dominic. I don't think it's going to be that bad. 120 to 125. "5 hours. Alex, this ain't game time we're going off of." 5-hour game time, maybe. Not having stab and terrible stats. Honestly, you can't really do much with stab poison moves. Okay, it took 18 minutes to set up. Alright. Let's get the first playthrough started. 3, 2, 1, go. Bump the mic. Do-do-do. Most people chose over. I don't blame you. Usually, I would expect people to vote over. This poll is basically saying, do you think this is going to be worse than Kabuto? Yeah, great start to the first random Tuesday. Alright, so Steve has always told me, like, whenever you get, like, a tail whip or a growl for the rival fight, it's always a good idea to start off with 2 of them. I just got 2 crits in this fight, didn't I? I think I did. That's impressive. Yeah, Agatha's gonna be bad, yeah. Sacrifice a Wooloo to Giratina? I would, but neither of those exist yet. Also, I should be fighting every wild encounter, like, pretty much everyone. You know, I would try and see if, like, Steve would be willing to join in, because this is Generation 1, but he's usually busy on Tuesdays, so, yeah. I mean, usually Steve needs somebody to, like, chat with when he's doing a bad run, but bad runs don't really bore me too much. Usually it's the grinding part that's unnecessarily brutal. Oh, absolutely, yeah, we're going to be getting Mimic. Mimic is like a godsend in Gen 1 for Pokemon with barely any moves. Mimic Hypnosis, well, that's a strat. I mean, then again, like, what's our best strat against, like, if we don't count Mimic, our best moves against Agatha are special moves. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to complain. The reason I'm not going to complain about the encounter luck is because I want to fight encounters. Alright, I'm also going to fight the optional rival. I know most people think the optional rival is very risky, but I mean, we're going to need a lot of the experience. I mean, the optional rival is sort of worth it for the experience. You just have to fight him first before you go to the forest. I mean, there is the chance of sand attack, but I'm not too worried. Well then. Yeah, this ain't going out so good. Okay, let's not do that. I think if we outsped the Pidgey, it would be doable, but we don't outspeed it, so not the best idea. No, 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 do not get that antidote. Ooh, Kakuna. Level 6 Kakuna, nice, that's a lot of XP. Also, you may think I'm going to fight the bug catchers right away. Steve has actually showed me, with a really bad Pokemon, it's never worth fighting the bug catchers first because of all the Metapods and Kakunas on the bug catchers teams. So it's often worth just training in the wild first, get to a higher level, then fight the trainers. Because if you're going to have to fight the trainers, then grind on wild Pokemon anyway, you may as well do the grinding on Pokemon first. Blackout grind? Yeah, this thing could definitely use a good blackout grinding. I'll definitely want to fight the bug catchers first, because I want to get to a point where I can consistently knock out Diglett. I should probably fight the rest of the bug catchers first. Because another problem with the blackout grind is in red and blue, the Sandshrew sort of just takes forever to knock you out because it likes to spam Sand Attack. So I'm going to go ahead and just fight these guys first. Who knows, maybe fighting these guys will get me to level 12. Well, I will do the blackout training, but I'm just going to fight these guys first. Because I can't blackout train on that guy to level 18, because it's going to get to a point where the Sandshrew is just going to take forever to knock me out, and then I'm effectively losing time compared to grinding in the forest. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight these guys first, then do the blackout training. I'll definitely need to spend all my money first. Okay, can I get to level 12? Nice. Okay. So yeah, we're going to need level 18 for Brock. Wow, that was a lot of not encountering things in the grass. Hey, at least you'll get to see the blackout counter get some exercise. Alright, I'm going to need 10 Pokeballs, 6 potions. Wait, what? Oh, 4 potions. Alrighty. Let's see how well this goes. And, oh yeah, the Diglett's gonna outspeed. I mean, it looks like we'll consistently 3-shot. That's good. Okay, the Sandshrews doing like 6 damage. So this is actually pretty good for blackout training. I'll need to remember to update the counter, though. Dang it. You know, throughout the whole day today, my hiccups have been going away for like a few hours and then just randomly coming back. Yeah, how my body just works is whenever I get like the hiccups, they like to stick around on and off for a week. Yeah, you noticed I had to use Growl? I was spamming Growl on him just to try and get him to knock me out. We could squeeze some Growls on the Diglett to let Diglett chip your health down. That is actually a good idea. I did not think about that. I'll try that for the next fight. God damn it. These, okay. Poison sting. I kind of wish this thing had... I kind of wish this had like Leer, like Nidoran Male does, because that's a way better move to stall, because me using Growl is just asking for the opponent to kill me. Or to kill me slower. Let me try Poison Sting. Oh, did you see Poison Sting miss? Oh, wait. That's because of Sand Attack. I was just going to say, like on the Geodudes and the Onyxes in here, Poison Sting can actually do so little damage, it'll actually say it missed. But Sandshrews only regular resist. And besides, we got hit with Sand Attack. Sand Attack. Doesn't Sandshrew have a decent crit chance too? I don't know if it does, because I don't think Sandshrew is that fast. I should probably just Poison Sting the Diglett instead of using Scratch. Yeah, so that way I don't have to use any growls, and I lost a good chunk of my health. Another blackout. As often as Rhydon. Okay, good to know. Your RTX 5070s. Wait, they go up to a 5070 now? Dang. My PC just has a 4060. I'm kind of curious how much that cost you, though, because that's got to be like the brand newest RTX that's out, right? $800, dude. My PC only costs like $1,200, and it was on sale. All right, 16. Just 2 more levels. My hiccups will just go away on their own. That's how it normally does. Like, they'll usually like to stick around on and off for a week and just go away. Oh my god, you stupid shrew. Like, that thing was using so many sand attacks. But this is still faster than forest training, that's for sure. You plan to get a 2DS so you can have H-Shop. Nice. My brother's 2DS XL, I got him for graduation. To my not to my knowledge, because I didn't know about this, but it was actually pre-homebrewed with all that fun stuff on it, including H-Shop. Although there were some problems with it, because I guess whoever modded it didn't do it properly. So there were a few errors that kept happening when you put in cartridges. But I ended up fixing it. Can't remember exactly what I had to do to fix it, but I had to look up a lot of tutorials. At least you didn't get Hitmonchan. I've played Hitmonchan in yellow. Can't be any worse. Hitmonchan is not busted in Gen 1. Generation 1, Hitmonchan is like one of the worst fighting types in the game. I think the only thing that'd be worse is like, I don't know, like Mankey. Even then, that's probably being mean to it. Because Hitmonchan gets the elemental punches, but has very bad special. And its best fighting move is Submission, which is a generic fighting move that most Pokemon get. Okay, I ended up beating him, but that's actually okay. I think the last level is faster in the wild. Now Blackouts take forever. That is true, yeah. That's a balance you have to try and find. I think I just Gen 1 missed Scratch. Oh, 2 Kakunas. I mean, theoretically, I could just go 17 into 18 for the Onyx, but I'd rather be a full 18. Because I don't think going below 18 is a good idea. I am getting super lucky with the Kakunas. Plus, I upgraded from a 3070 to the 5070. Nice. I mean, my 4060 is still pretty dang good. It'll probably still be sort of relevant in terms of specs for the next, like, several years. Okay. Let's go fight Brock now. How much money do I have? 200. 120. Oh, right. That's the money I won from the kid. Alright, I'm not going to black out on Brock if... Well, should I just black out on Brock if I lose and keep the XP? I don't know. Alright, I think just keep growling till he does 1 damage. Okay, 6 growls to 1 damage? That is really not worth it. Oh, God. Honestly, I think you have to, just because you're going to be stuck on Geodude for such a long time. You know what? Yeah, I think that's true, yeah. Just blackout train until I win. Because if these fights are going to take forever, I may as well keep the experience. That's a lot of HP. Yeah, if only it did damage. Hey, look at that. I'm doing like 2 damage to the Onix. 1 to 2. Oh my god, can you believe that? Poison Sting actually did damage. Although poisoning is not going to matter because Brock has 5 full heals per Pokemon. Uh-oh. On the bright side, the full heal wastes his turn. Uh-oh. This is cutting it really close. Oh, 3 poisons in a row. Got it, first try. Yeah, that was just insane. I was able to get him to stay poisoned. Honestly, I kind of wonder if that's the strat. Should the strat just be on the Onix after using the 6 growls, only use Poison Sting? Try to get him to use all his full heals so that way he can stay poisoned? I think that'll be fine too, because I'm pretty sure poison does not tick the bide counter. So I think that should be the strat. That is shorts worthy. I don't really make shorts out of streams. Just too much work on my end. I need to start doing shorts though again. Yeah, poison the Onix earlier. Yeah, use the poison stings first. I mean, it is less damage, but if I can get it to stay poisoned, I can save a lot of turns. I don't really think it's worth doing on the Geodude, though. Because the Geodude with Defense Curl will make Poison Sting deal 0 damage. Because that's a thing in Gen 1. So I think it would only really work on the Onix. Yeah, I don't think it does. I do know with moves like Leech Life, if you use Leech Life on the Onix, it actually subtracts from the bide counter. Hey, the lucky Jigglypuff. Can I, Nope, that one-shots. Of course. That was a crit. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Spearow has really bad defense. Alright, we cannot learn Water Gun for some reason. Only Nidorina and Nidoqueen actually get the move. Also, I don't think I should be grinding on Zubats. I'll just get that to sell, I guess. Okay. Did I fight the trainers in Mount Moon? Part of me thinks I should. I think the rival's gonna be very, very bad. Or at least Misty's gonna be very, very bad. Honestly, I may end up just getting that escape rope and just escaping to the Pokemon Center to just get more PP. Considering how rare and clutch that was, there should be an exemption. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. I'm not going to fight the rocket down there, though. I don't think going out of the way is going to be worth it. You know what's funny? My overlay could be like Scott's overlay and just turn all the encounters off, but I'm pretty sure you're going to need all this training for the later part of the game. Bide for Misty. I think Bide for Misty might be one of the only ways of beating Misty. Maybe? I don't know, though. I don't think Zealous Pawn even played this Pokemon. Not even in Yellow version. Honestly, delaying Misty to get Body Slam is probably the better idea. Did I stop there? Yes, I did. I know for a fact I did. See? I'm still gonna fight most of the Zubats. And I'm confused. Alright, yeah. Do not fight Geodude guy. That would be a horrible idea. Do not fight Raticate guy. I mean, Raticates are worth good XP, but the problem is that guy is just way too difficult. He has Hyper Fang. I don't know. I tend to more often heal at the Mount Moons. Well, I don't really do it in the backports. But I knew I was going to be needing training. Plus, I used a lot of scratches on those trainers leading to Mount Moon. Can I please get a Paris? Why do I have this? Yeah, I think the plan is do Rival 2, Nugget Bridge, skip, delay Misty, and go get Body Slam. Because I do not think... Excuse me. I do not think it's feasible to beat Misty without Body Slam. Because we do not get Scratch. Or we do not get Dig, sorry. Oh, this is blue version. Or no, this is red version. I need to actually find a Paris. I mean, I caught a Pidgey, so I can't use the Spearow to trade for a Farfetch'd. Dude, where is the Paris? I mean, this is just the first run. Like, I can't just catch a Sandshrew in the grass. I mean, this is Mystery Dungeon music, not Zelda music. Is it ever faster to go for Geodude and Bellsprout? No, it is not. The only way it's faster is if your luck with Paris is extremely crappy, like mine. This is abnormal. I usually get Paris through my first trip through Mount Moon, like 60% of the time. Like 40% of the time, I don't find it on my first trip. I have to like catch something else. But if that happens in red and blue, you know what I'm going to do? Start over. I'll just, well, with Nidoran, that's probably not an option. Or here's the thing. What I could do is catch Spearow instead of Pidgey. Oh my god. Come on, dude. Don't be like this. That is not good. Everything I have is gonna one-shot that thing. Oh my god. Dude, that was 9 Pokeballs. That's insane. I've never seen a Paris without cheating. Have you not seen any of the backports? You would think Scratch. I mean, Paris has good defense, but the problem is I'm level 23. Alright, let's try this Great Ball. There we go. But yeah, in the next run, our luck is going to be way better than that. Like, for example, if I find, like, Paris earlier, then I might be able to weaken it. But yeah, that was just very bad luck. It's never faster to get Geodude than Bellsprout. Catching 2 separate Pokemon is always slower. The only exception is if your luck is really bad. Backup Great Ball strat. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, it looks I'm going to 5-shot it. Darn, must be a range. Yeah, I think fighting those trainers in Mount Moon was definitely the right call. Growl. Scratch. Okay, that was a pretty lucky rival fight. But yeah, like, maybe what I could do in the second run, since I am kind of paranoid about having to damage that thing, like, most Pokemon I run with can damage the Paris with something, but if I have to grind to a high level for Brock, then the chances of me not one-shotting it are relatively low. Second run, you pick up the Moonstone? I can't use Moonstone on Nidoran. Only Nidorinas can use Moonstone. But yeah, I think in the next run, I remember how I bought 10 Pokeballs and 6 potions? I'll skip the potions and just get an extra like 7 or 8 Pokeballs. I can always sell the ones I don't use, because I'm going to have to blackout train anyway. Bide for Misty's pretty good. I know Axew was suggesting that, like, use Bide for the Starmie, but I don't think that's the right call. Like, I don't think we're going to survive a bubble. Like, Bubble Beam might leave us in red health, but I don't even know if we'll barely survive 2 water guns. Like, part of me thinks it's a better idea to delay Misty and get Body Slam. I mean, I guess technically she also has that tackle chance. Maybe it could be like tackle into a Bubble Beam or like tackle into a water gun or 2 water guns. I know it's a good strat, but our special stat is just horribly bad. Like, I don't know how well it's going to work. I'll try it for the first run. I'll try it. But if it ends up being way too bad, then I'll do the Body Slam strat. There is the whole X-Defend thing, too. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if I use Bide, and let's say Misty hits me with Water Gun, and then immediately uses X-Defend, X-Defend will actually re-add the Water Gun damage to the Bide counter. It's because when you use a move during Bide that doesn't alter the opponent's stats or do damage, it'll recalculate the last damage move again. So it's like a Water Gun that X-Defend is effectively 2 Water Guns, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we might survive normal Bubble Beam. Nidoran female's got better special than Nidoran male, at least. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and try it for the first run. These trainers, no. A lot of these trainers have very bad Pokemon. Plus, 2 of these optional trainers are hikers. And I would rather not fight hikers, for obvious reasons. You saw how bad that Machop Geodude guy was, and that guy's mandatory. But yeah, I'll go ahead and use the bite strat for the first run. Because I do always like not having to delay Misty to get Body Slam. Because I really do not like that as a strat. I guess I could have just deleted Poison Sting. Or, like, I don't want to delete Growl or Tail Whip. They could still have a use. It will pre-damage me, yes, but let's see how it goes. Because, I mean, I don't think the Staryu's going to do too much. Staryu's pretty weak. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Alright, Tackle. Bubble Beam did not do that much. Alright, yeah, the Bite strat is definitely the way to go here. Bubble Beam did not do as much as I thought. I thought that was going to kill me. But no, that only did like 20 damage. Yep, that was definitely all the extra training. Okay, Zealospawn, in my defense, I thought Bubble Beam was going to do way more than that. I thought it was going to do like at least half. Oh god. Was that Drowsy just using nothing but confusion? I was looking away. Like, what did that thing do? Did it put me to sleep or something? Alright, at least we'll get a better move in Body Slam now. Hello, Pidgey. Hypnosis, but you woke up immediately. Then what killed me? Or what almost killed me? That was the only reason I was doubting the Bite strat. It was just because I didn't know. Plus, she did use the X defend, and it was a 3-turn Bite. I think even if she didn't use it, it probably would have done like 3/4 of her health. And I could have just scratched it to death. So I think doing all of those trainers is still the right call. Can't learn Bubble Beam. Should I do any training on the boat? I don't think I should. The trainers on the boat are actually really, really bad. Honestly, should I even get Rest? Rest really isn't that good in Red and Blue, but because of a lack of coverage, I think for the first playthrough, there's no harm in just getting it. Who knows? It could help. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted Scratch, though. That was an awful lot of PP. Not a big deal. Bite. Well, didn't even matter. Yeah, I'm not going to need Bide. Skip it just in case. No. Alright, I'm definitely going to be grabbing every rare candy. Backtrack Misty does take time if you get Body Slam. Yeah, one of the Pokemon that I know for a fact has to do it is Charmander. Well, I mean, technically, yeah, you could say Charmander just gets Dig, but no, Charmander needs level 30 for Misty. There's no way around it. It needs level 30. And the only way to get 30 is to delay Misty and do the SSN. That's like one of the only, like... I think that's one of the only Pokemon I've done where delaying her was actually mandatory. I think that's probably the same for most fire types. At least first stage fire types. Double Edge. Yeah. Is that a challenge? No, I'm not. I'm just saying I don't... A bunch of Pokemon don't need to do it. I mean, if you can find a way to beat Misty with Charmander without delaying her, then go ahead. But knowing you, you'll just say, hey, I did it. All I did was grind on 100 Zubats. I don't like... I can just use an elixir. I get a lot of those. But yeah, I'll definitely grab Double Edge. But I won't teach it yet, though. I'll just grab it. Okay, yeah, 2 Thunderbolts definitely would have killed me. I could have candied early. No. Alright, and I will definitely teach Thunderbolt. Because, I mean, I think our special is, like, only slightly lower than our attack. I think we'll still have some use for it. I like Bite against Surge in yellow. I mean, that makes sense, because he can do a lot of damage. I mean, what Pokemon needs to use Bite on Surge? Maybe water types? I don't know. Are we just gonna call Bide the Zealous Pawn strat? Hey, we're gonna go full Zealous Pawn here, and we're just gonna use Bide. Because he is the reincarnation of Brock. Oh, the P word. I never want to play that thing in yellow ever again. I mean, I saw, like, how greatly you optimized it. Good for you. I would not enjoy playing it, though. Like, if I knew the consistent strat was just, like, use Bide on Surge, that would not be a fun run to play. I mean, it might perform way better in Red and Blue. I mean, I heard in Red and Blue it can actually play decently well. Just not in Yellow. Alright, we need to save here. Oh, wait. I just realized I don't have Growl anymore. Oh, crud. I'm gonna have to manually defeat these Geodudes. Maybe I should use Bite and get flinches? Oh, God. I am very impressed that it did not once blow up. I literally iked my way through that fight. That was a mistake. I should not have kept Tail Whip. I should have kept Growl. Because the strat for that guy is just spam Growl until he blows up. Or Rest, actually. Yeah, Rest could also be the play there, but I don't know. I actually suggested keeping Growl. But yeah, that was extremely fucking lucky. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if should we go full on Rest or just Growl? Alright, sell the nugget. Wait a minute. No. Do the rocket hideout first. I should do the rocket hideout first. That way I can get Double Edge, some high money items, and another rare candy. Growl's faster if you don't need Rest. That's true. Right, down here is Double Edge. I have these 2 PP ups as well. I'm going to be using them on Body Slam. It's going to stay on the moveset. I figured that'd be pretty obvious. Alright, I'll go ahead and get the rare candy. Alright, and then there's a nugget up there. That's a moonstone. This is horn drill. I think that's all the high money items here. Alright, I'm going to get all these TMs here so I can sell them for vitamins. Alright guys, what should the vitamin of the day be? I'm thinking... I don't know, probably protein? Alright, do not need Tri-Attack, Rock Slide, Ice Beam. I'm going to hold on to Rest, Double Edge, don't want Horn Drill, Counter, or the 2 Nuggets. Alright, so I can get like 5 vitamins. I'm thinking the best vitamin is... You think calcium? I don't know. Our special is already so low. I feel like we may need the ability to dish out more damage. Or outspeed opponents. I mean, there are some free calcium or carbos we can get in the overworld. You know what? I think outspeeding the opponent might be more important. I'm going to go all... Well, not all carbos, because there's 3 or 4... There's 4 of them in the overworld we can use. So I think 4 carbos... Actually, no. 3 carb... That's calcium. 3 carbos and 1 protein. Really? Alright, 1 protein and 3 carbos. Yeah, yellow Nidoran female would be pretty bad. I mean, at least it'd have a better Brock. Because I think if we beat Koga before, like, Rival 5, with the badge boost, we might be able to outspeed the Pidgeot. I mean, if we need to, we could do a second vitamin buy, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Honestly, I think what I should have done was save the vitamin buy till after the tower. Because if I had saved it for after the tower, I can get access to another nugget and an HP up. But I don't think it's going to matter. I'm not going to do any more vitamin buys. It is annoying having to use Thunderbolt on Ghastly. Especially since they're 3-shotting. Range to be a 2-shot, I guess. I mean, I really should have had the RBY XP router running in the background, but oh well. The only thing I really use the RBY XP router for is just planning out level ups during the league. Like, I have to be like, okay, I'm going to arrive at Rival 6 at level 60. What level do I need to be to avoid level ups? During bad parts. I can use the XP router for that. I've used it during some backports, actually. Fury Swipes, absolutely not. That move is garbage. Oh god. Here's a serious question, though. Would it be worth learning Double Kick by level up? Could that help with anything? Honestly, I don't think so at all. it would be good on normal types, but that's about it. It's good for rock types, actually. But then again, our best other option for rock types is probably Blizzard. Alright, I'm gonna go do Erica. Honestly, I probably should have saved my vitamin buy for after the tower and after Erica's gym. That might have let me buy an extra 2 vitamins. No, double kick has no purpose and we'll get Blizzard. That's true. But we won't have it for Giovanni in the Silphco building. Calcium might have given it 2-hit knockouts. That is a good point. We'll keep that open in mind for the next run. Alright, Body Slam's doing a 3rd. I think Victory Bell's... Yeah, it's only going to spam Wrap. I'm going to use Bite on the Tangela. I think Bite's just good for extra PP. I think this thing's only... Actually, no, this thing can use anything, because all of its moves are resisted by me. So it'll use anything. Technically, it's also a strat to fight the optional beauties, because the beauty trainer class gives a lot of money, and it could actually help with another vitamin. Alright, I will fight some optional bikers. Just the good ones that I know are good. Like, I think... I do not... I think this one's one of the good ones. Okay, is this the 4 Grimer guy? Yep. I know one of these guys up here has a single Wheezing. I'm pretty sure it's the guy closest to the wall. Wad Grimer is good? Okay, I think we can agree this guy's not. Yeah, this is the Wheezing guy. For the optimized playthrough, we probably won't need that many vitamins. Just need to figure out what's important. Yeah, we'll just keep it in mind. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fight the biker boss. And I know just to the left and straight up is a guy with a cough, with a Wheezing and a Muck. I am low on health, but these things can't really damage me for much. Hey, I'm in red bar. My overlay even shows it. I don't think I should... I think I should skip that for now. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go do the Safari Zone really quick. Yeah, the red bar strats are crazy. I mean, I wasn't really worried. We're Nidoran, not Nido King. True. Nice biking. Thanks. Took me years to perfect it. This is why I refuse to believe that going around the trees is faster than going through the trees. Like, just because Exarian does it does not mean it's the best strat. Well, it's a good thing I saved. Like, I always purposefully go through the trees because I know with proper execution, it's always faster. I mean, if I mess up and it ends up breaking even, so it broke even at least. Okay, I hate how I did not one-shot that. Honestly, it kind of makes me wonder if proteins are the play now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and also fight the Arbok and Sandslash trainers. Reflect would be useful. Could be. I'm not going to get it for now, though. Excuse me. Just need 40. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, I may as well do both of them. Because who knows, all these levels might be needed. Okay, I really should have bought some more potions than this. Yeah, maybe I should have picked up the Safari Zone Max Potion. That would have been a better play. Blizzard, but not Ice Beam. That is strange, yeah. Kind of like in Gen 6 when I did Claw Witzer last week. It was a produced video. That thing gets Ice Beam, but no Blizzard. Strange. I mean, this thing gets Thunderbolt and Thunder, but only Blizzard. I mean, I think Rattata in this game only gets Ice Beam, no Blizzard. Alright, let's see how this goes. I mean, we're just gonna get hit with smoke screens no matter what. Oh, God. Yeah, this is going great as I thought it would. Then again, we could just get lucky and not get hit with a single smoke screen. I mean, the Weezing is always just gonna... He's always gonna self-destruct. Oh god, yeah, that's gonna kill. And it crit anyway. Reflect wouldn't have even mattered. Oh my god. These stupid hiccups won't go away. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Reflect, actually. Let's try that out. That is 33, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's no way Tail Whip's still useful. Get rid of it. Because here's the thing. I am quite confident that we have to beat Koga before Rival 5. Because if we don't beat Koga first, we'll have to do a crap load of self-training to outspeed the Pidgeot. I think Koga first is the answer. Alright, so I think the plan is... I don't think I should use it right away, though, because I'm worried about the smoke screens. Can this thing learn Swift, by any chance? I mean, maybe it's worth it to just do the self-training, then immediately leave? That might be the better strat, honestly. Like, do the training in Sylph, then immediately leave and fight Koga. Wow. Oh my god, dude. I'm still gonna... I mean, I'm being stubborn for this first run. I am going to beat this thing right now. Oh my fucking god. Dude, 4 smoke screens. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's more likely to use it against a poison type because of the whole good AI interaction. Oh my god. I'm being stubborn. Horn Drill. This thing can't learn Horn Drill. I think Nidoran male learns it. Female does not. We looked at the moveset. It does not get it. Oh. Oh, God. That was an X-attack self-destruct, and Reflect let me live. Rest? No. Well... that's technically also an option, but... the problem is... we're still going to get hit with a ton of smoke screens. Oh, yeah, we're playing with the female one. I was going to update the stream title and thumbnail when the stream ended. I want people to join in and see what the mystery is. But then once the stream's over, I'll edit the title. But yeah, let's see what our speed is. In battle, it's 75. So we're going to need like 44, 45. Yeah, even with Koga beaten first, we still need to do Sylph training. So I think partial Sylph is the right answer. Wouldn't die so easy with rest. No, because a +1 self-destruct will kill us. I mean, you saw how I was left at 10 HP. That was a +1 with Reflect. Alright, I should probably go straight up to the heal floor. Alright, I better save, though. This is one of the scariest rocket grunts in the whole building. Just spitballing. That's okay, though. Double kick? No. Really? Oh my god. Okay. I'm not doing reflect then rest. That's going to give us a lot of moveset restrictions. Like, how are we going to put Blizzard on the set? Alright, I need one more level. $78, that's a speed tie. I should go another level. We're gonna have to Aerodactyl the 4 Alakazams, unfortunately. Yeah, not much we can do about it. This guy good. Oh yeah, he is. Alright. Yeah, that's true. I probably... well, maybe. It could come into handy somewhere else. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna fight Hypno Sandwich and the scientist right by the Hyper Potion, and then I'll go fight him. Oh, no room for that Hyper Potion. I mean, it's fine, Dominic. I know, like, during Steve's streams, John Calibro tends to be like that. You know how often he keeps suggesting to use Bide on late-game trainers? He does it a lot. Okay, so we will outspeed the Pidgeotto. Or the Pidgeot. Only a third, but Thunderbolt does more. So yeah, definitely 2 Thunderbolts. And then Body Slam this thing. Alright, 1 shot. Yes. Oh, God. What are we gonna do about that Alakazam? Oh my God. I think we either need a paralysis or a crit. Yeah, I think there's no way around that. I don't think mass buying proteins would have helped either. Okay, I am not playing with a sand attack. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm definitely saying the argument for calcium now. Yeah, I don't really feel like there's much of a choice here. Oh, wait, this thing can only spam Reflect. The execute's free. Didn't realize that. Actually, no, it's a 10%. I was gonna say, we could use Bite to get the flinch, but Paralysis is literally more likely. You have got to be kidding. The 10% confuse. I get the 10% confused before a Paralysis. Yeah, you're right. We are slower. I forgot. Paralyzed. There we go. I don't outspeed this, though. Oh. I think we might need to do more self-training. Alright, we need to do more training. Alright, I'm gonna fight the rest of the trainers that I know are good. Could it be potentially worth using all my rare candies? I mean, Blaine's gonna be freaking easy, I think. Most of his Pokemon have psychic moves. Actually, his Arcanine doesn't. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Oh my fuck, dude. Dude. Thank you. Blackout. Oh boy. Didn't do Route 8 and Erica's Cool Trainer. I mean, I didn't do the... I could have done the Muck guy on Route 8. That guy's really good training. Hey, Dust Yankee. This run's going as well as you'd think. It's, Nidoran female today. Okay, that guy I know is bad. Maybe you can get enough speed to outspeed after one Leer. So, like, you think I should try and, like, bait a Leer? That could work. I'm gonna go into it after a clean level up, though. We can try that out. Okay, yeah, this isn't gonna be a clean level up. Alright, I guess just keep going to 48. Is there any other person I haven't fought yet? Oh, this guy. At least I got a nice clean level up. Alright, let's go ahead and try this again. I just hope I don't level up before Charizard. Alright, so I think the plan here is the same as last time. 2 Thunderbolts. This thing can only spam Reflect. This thing is hopefully a guaranteed one-shot. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be baiting a Leer. Well, I guess I should see where my level ups happen. Okay, let me get a Leer this time. Honestly, should I try using a Reflect on the Execute for free? I mean, there's no harm in doing it. Who knows, it could help on something. Alright, so I think spam Reflect till I get a Leer. Oh, yeah. I think that thing just Gen 1 missed Dragon Rage. Oh, I did get hit with Leer. That is... I used the wrong move because I panicked. I was 97 speed. Well, I guess that does outspeed the Alakazam, actually. And hopefully I don't level up after the Alakazam, so I can keep the speed for the Charizard. Really? Alrighty. I may need 2 Leers. Or maybe that was a range. That could have been a range, actually. I just hate how Reflect doesn't trigger the badge boost glitch. Uh-oh. That literally doesn't help. I would need 2 Leers from the Gyarados, and that's a 1 in 16 chance. The odds are more in my favor to actually just get the paralysis still. You know what? I think I may just have to teach Double Edge now. Double Edge will, for a fact, one-shot that Alakazam without a badge boost. So yeah, it looks like for the next run, all the Silph trainers, the good cycling road trainers, fight... Oh my god. Fight the trainers, then go do Koga, then go fight Rival 5. And I should fight some of the good trainers in Erica's gym. Erica's gym doesn't really have many good trainers, but there's a couple of them. Oh. What? It was barely any better. This is still too low. I already did most of the trainers, though. That's the problem. I may need level 50. But the problem is, I'm going to get so damaged, I'm not going to live a double edge. That's the problem. Plus, I need enough health for the Charizard. Alright, there is some other trainers I can do. I hate fighting these guys. Their XP yields are horrible. But I kind of have to. I think maybe level 50. A level 50 double edge might do the one shot. I mean, I should have had the XP runner up, but I forgot. Rest could be... Well, the rest isn't going to help if the Alakazam is doing that much to me. Alright, I'm going to go bike to the east and go fight that muck guy. I want to see if fighting the extra trainers I skipped would actually get me 50 at this point. How much more XP do I need? 3,800. Actually, I think I can fight this guy, too. I think this guy's sort of decent. That was not good XP yields. What else is there to fight? Might have been some bikers I missed. Actually, this guy right here has the two mucks and a wheezing. Or no, wheezing, coughing, and wheezing. Okay, yep, this will get me to 50. So those are trainers I'm going to need to add for the second run. Add the fighting dojo, and the muck guy, and a few extra trainers on Cycling Road. Well, you'd outspeed in one shot after a badge boost, but the problem is, if I have to intentionally badge boost on the Gyarados, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to take damage from the Gyarados, and Double Edge is going to kill me, and even if it doesn't, I need to survive a hit on the Charizard. So you got to see why that's not going to work. Like, that will not work with Double Edge. Like, if I'm going to be using Double Edge, I need to do raw damage. Oh, right, I must have been sand attacked. Yeah, see, Double Edge does about half. No matter what I do, I have to no matter what I do, I have to one-shot the Alakazam. That's why there is rest. But here's the thing. Who would I rest on? The Charizard has Slash. Dude, look at that. Dude, if I could that thing lived. That thing fucking lived. Okay, this is such bullshit. Okay, let's try Double Edge now. Okay, now let me try a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt should do more, I think. Yeah, I think. Okay. Dude, level 50s. It's definitely the right answer, but honestly, this thing might end up needing separate vitamin buys. Either I do multiple vitamin buys, or I use my rare candies for the rival. Like, grind to 50, then use candies. Because here's the thing, like, a lot of the trainers in the late game, especially in Victory Road, are very good training. So if I used my candies during the mid game, I will make those fights easier so I can get more levels. Like, for example, I have 7 rare candies. I could have gotten to level 57. And that probably would have let me outspeed everything. Maybe even Sabrina. I should be using Thunderbolt. That thing has bad special. That is... You saw nothing. And hey, Reflect still comes in handy here. I mean, Rest would also have worked. Yep. Oh my god. You know, maybe Rest... I think Rest is going to have more uses than Reflect. What am I doing? Wait, no, teach Rest. That's what I was doing. Don't tell Ike what I'm doing. Don't tell him I'm using Rest. He won't like it. Okay, with the badge boost glitch, do I outspeed Kadabra? I think I do, but I really should have the special boost, though, so I should go fight Blaine. Alright, fight Psyche the Fisherman. Question. How many of Blaine's Pokemon have Psychic moves? Is it all but the Arcanine? I am level 52. Maybe I should grind one trainer to get 53. Nah, that's too much XP. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's everything but Arcanine. Okay, no, this thing does not have a psychic move. Oh, okay. Yeah, neither does that thing. Yeah, getting hit with Growl certainly is not useful. Alright, so... yeah, Blaine after Sylph is definitely the play. I was thinking there's a chance I could just delay it. Or not delay it, delay Rival 5 and beat Blaine first. But that's not an option for this thing. And also, Double Edge did not really do too much in recoil. So I think rest Double Edge is the better plan there. Alright, let's go see Sabrina. Do I outspeed the Kadabra? I do. Psybeam. Okay, yeah, that thing. Yeah, the thing can go for Psywave, or Psybeam, or Reflect. So it only has a 1 in 3 chance. So Sabrina wasn't really that bad. Also, do we still need Thunderbolt? Because I really would like to teach Blizzard for Giovanni. Actually, wait, maybe not Blizzard. I'm gonna go get Mimic. Oh my god. If your bag is full, you can't give her the Pokédoll. Like, she gives you Mimic first, then you get the then you give her the Pokédoll. It's really annoying because every other trade doesn't work like that. Like the Safari Zone Warden, for example, you give him the teeth, then he gives you strength. So even if your bag is full, you can still get it. Copycat Girl is not like that. Yeah, I don't think Thunderbolt's going to be useful anymore. I think for Agatha, I'm thinking Mimic. Well, yeah, I think it's just too important. If I want it for Giovanni, I would have to delete either Body Slam or Double Edge or Rest. I don't think doing either of those is a good idea. But I would like Mimic, though. I'm thinking Mimic over Double Edge. Yeah, because I think Mimic over Double Edge is the better idea. Because Double Edge was mainly for extra damage on the Alakazam. Yeah, but I would rather hold on to Body Slam just because, 1, it can't do recoil, and 2, it could do the paralysis. Which I think is really good. Plus, here's what I can do for this guy. I'll have to spam Body Slam on him, unfortunately. But on the Doug trio, I can just mimic Dig. Yep. I should have used Rest on the Rhyhorn before defeating it. That was definitely a misplay. Okay. That thing's always going to use Dig. Oh my god, that thing cheated. It used the Guard Spec Underground. Hey, at least I was able to do that. Alright, I'm going to use Rest on this. On the bright side, the Rhydon's going to do absolutely nothing. Because of the good AI, he's only going to spam Fissure. And it's never going to work. I don't know, Blizzard might have been the better strat there. We'll see. Moveset planning for the second run is definitely going to be interesting. I didn't go with Blizzard for now, just because I really do not know how the rest of the game's going to go. My moveset choices are a bit extreme right now. Like, probably Rest is just taking up way too much space. You know what? I honestly think it is. I'm getting rid of it. Also, did I just level up? Oh, dude, I do not want to use candies that close to a level up. Yeah, that is way too close to a level up. I'm thinking using most of my rare candies for Rival 6. Because if I'm going to use candies before Lorelei, I may as well use them before Rival 6. Plus, I can just fight some of the trainers in Victory Road. Actually, maybe not do that, no. Because I should do the Victory Road trainers, then Candy. Or no, I just realized I can just mimic Agility. You know, why couldn't Rival 5's Pidgeot have Agility? That would have made it so much easier. Oh wait, it wouldn't have mattered. You can't get mimicked until after Sylph. Also, that was not a mid-battle level up. It can still survive Body Slam. Oh. That's, What do you mean, almost? Like, that Alakazam still survives. Okay, I guess there is a slight chance I survive. Definitely candying before him would make him safer, but if I do the Victory Road trainers then candy, I could get an extra 2 levels for Lorelei. Which, those extra 2 levels might matter. Let's see, how many candies do I have? I have 9 candies, which will be 10. If I don't do any training and use all 10 candies, I'll get to 66. I'll fight the good trainers here. Better to luck past Rival 6 because now we unlock Victory Road training. Yeah, using candies before Rival 6, it's a great idea if you're not doing Victory Road training. Because saving them before Lorelei, if you're not going to do any training, is going to make, like, no difference to your final level. I guess maybe 73 or something for the champion. Well, what have other people beaten the game at? Like, I didn't look back at, like, Van Man's run of this in Red and Blue. But, like, what level did he beat the game at? I don't know. You know what? I think it's better not to look. I would like to try and get 58. I refuse to believe he beat the champion at 61. Did he actually beat the champion at 61? Oh, good lord. Well, that was just me being really, really reckless. Oh my god. Sundown, you don't need to throw numbers out if you know it's not true. No, he did not evolve it. It was pure Nidoran. Oh, that was, embarrassing. He was 67. Okay, so if I used all my rare candies, I would literally get there. So I'm going to end up at a higher level than him. Which, honestly... I mean, it was a joke, but what does Professor Oak say? There's a time and place for everything. Because the thing is, that number sounded realistic. It would have been funnier if you said, like, level 90. Then that would be even funnier. That was the perfect place and time. Okay. Yeah, I really wish I had a root recording with XP router, so that way I can actually experiment with some things. Because maybe if I got to level 50, then straight to 57 with the rare candies, I could have beaten the rest of the late game trainers and get the remaining, like, 2 rare candies that are left in the game, and probably get, like, 63 or 64 for the Victory Road. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot it. Spawn. I meant to, but I forgot. We should plan the level up for the champion, at least. That is something we can do, actually. Should I pause the run? Yeah. Oh. Minute. Okay, paused. Let me open up the XP router. Even though I didn't have a root recording, I still have a way to do this. So yeah, here's what I've been doing for the backports. I go to new route right here. Alright, red version. We're going to make this Nidoran female. And for the backports, if I needed to plan a level up, I'll just do something in the same XP group. And for a base route, I click Charmander. And then I can go straight down here, and then I can add some like pre-league candies. Okay, so what level are we? 67, right? So let's just keep doing this until we get 67. We're not looking at ranges, we're only caring about level ups. So let's see, in the league, we'll level up right before the Onyx, right before the first Dragonair, which is not a good level up spot. Well, we don't really have a setup move. What I really care about is the champion. Oh, we level up before the Rhydon. Okay, that's actually perfect. Because the only fight where badge boosting matters is the champion. Because we don't have our own badge boosting move. But let's see, if I was a little bit lower leveled, like I used all my rare candies, but that was also with a ton of training too. Well, not a ton of training. I only did 2 trainers in Victory Road, but like for example, if I used my candies earlier in the run, like for Rival 5, and just make up for it by fighting more trainers, I'm gonna end up a few levels lower though. But let's see if there are other levels where we can plan the level up. So let's just say for Lorelei, let's just say I arrive at 64. This one is right before the Alakazam and after the final Pokemon. That also works. So 64 would also work. Yeah, we could get agility from the Dragonair. So yeah, Lance isn't really a problem. Mimic Horn Drill. That is something. Yeah, 64 would also work. What about other levels? Because here's the thing. What Steve and I have noticed, saving a rare candy for the champion almost never works. Because you most of the time, you end up leveling up before the final Pokemon, and that's bad. We should put Double Edge and see what level you need to Oko Alakazam. Well, it's not going to have any of the proteins into account. So it's not going to be accurate at all. This is just, I'm only doing this to see level ups. I'll do a recording for the second run though. Let's see. If I arrive at a level higher, I level up before the Alakazam. 66 is actually bad. Look at this. Wait, oh no, that levels up before Rhydon. It's okay. So 60... Okay, so 67, 66, 65, and 64 all work for the champion. What about 63? 63? Actually does. Look at it. After the we level up right after the Dragonite, then after the Charizard. 63 also works. Add like 6 proteins. Yeah, we can try that actually. Yeah, hold on. Protein. Use. Alright, so let's go ahead and use 6 proteins. Yeah, I just needed to remember. Well, let me look at our... We have maxed out attack. So let's go ahead and add, like... Let's just make it 9. And then we can add Double Edge. Wait. The TMHM, but let's... Alright, thanks. Alright, so let's just... Alright, let's take a look. Literally, it needs a crit. And this is with near max attack. And that's at level 66. But here's the thing, like, once we get to the Rhydon, it's effectively safe, but... Actually, let's go ahead and, let's add some uses of calcium. Let's see, we still have room for 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and add 7. Don't you get the badge boosts? I'm pretty sure the damage calcs do take your badges into account, but just the first badge boost, if I recall correctly. I think for additional badge boosts, I would have to manually add that in. Okay. Alright, so Psychic would be a 64% one-shot at level 66. But if we enter at lower levels, like, let's just assume at the minimum... Well, no, starting 63. That makes it a 64% chance. But then once we get to the Rhydon, this is probably the moment we could teach Rest. Maybe the moveset could be, like... Rest... Body... Double Edge... Well, yeah, you can't really badge boost. The Pidgeot has nothing. Yeah, Pidgeot does not have agility. Right up here. Whirlwind, Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and Mirror Move. So... yeah, the plan would be to have... well, I don't have Rest anymore. We're just thinking of a second playthrough. Maybe just Body Slam, but that would probably be a better idea. Plus, there is the Paralysis chance. And who knows, it could just use Psybeam. Or Reflect. It's only a 1 in 3 chance of Psychic. Body Slam, Rest, Blizzard, Thunderbolt. I think that's the perfect final moveset. So then on the Rhydon, we'll stall till we get to -6 defense, and we can use Rest to keep our health high. And then we can Blizzard the Rhydon, Thunderbolt the Gyarados, Blizzard the Executor, and then Thunderbolt the Charizard. Okay, yeah, I think that's the plan. That's the game plan. Well, then again, this is at 63 as well. So, actually, I'm going to do this off screen real quick. 62. Okay, yeah, level 62 does not work. If you start Lorelei at level 62, you level up right before the Charizard. So 63 is the minimum I want to enter this fight. So if I use the candies earlier, but do extra training, I should get to level 63 at the start of Lorelei. Well, we're not going to have the Rest strat now, because I deleted Rest. Oh. Let's go ahead and finish this first run. I already bought the full restores. Alright, yeah, this thing is only gonna spam Rest. We might have to get Paralysis or Crit Luck with Body Slam for this run with no Rest. Probably, but I'm going to cancel it out because I want to use all my rare candies for Rival 5. Because that will make the late game easier. I'll just have to make it up with more Victory Road trainers. That's going to be my plan. Alright, time for Agatha. Thunderbolt and Blizzard time. I mean, we could mimic something. Oh my god. Dude. Oh, nice. I got the freeze. Yeah, mimicking Nightshade is probably the best bet. Like, even if we're level 64 for this fight, 64, 2 Nightshades, that'd be 128. So it would have to 3-shot some things. Yeah, Mimic Nightshade is probably the best strat. Well, actually, if I need rest for the champion, I could just have rest for Agatha. That should make it more consistent. Okay, yeah, this guy is going to be pathetic. That felt lucky. Yeah, for the next run, I'm going to try and have rest for that fight. Because if I can try and have rest for it, then if things go bad, I can just heal. Alright, so yeah, I will level up before the Alakazam, I believe. Alright, Blizzard. Nice. That was the unlucky 1 in 3. According to those calcs, like, that Alakazam's got like a 60% chance of one-shotting with Psychic. So if it uses Psychic, we're effectively dead. Dude, again? It's a 1 in 3 chance. He can also use Psybeam or Reflect. But yeah, we're going to need either a crit or a paralysis. Either that or he uses like 2 Reflects in a row or something. We just need something to happen. I see, that works. Okay, yeah, so without rest, we're going to have to just hope he cooperates and just uses the Leers. Come on. 2 Leers. 3 Leers. Yeah, I did not think that was going to work out too well. Yeah, not having rest is super bad. Actually, let's try and win this without setup. That would have been really, really funny if that froze me. You know what? I'm gonna mimic Sky Attack. I got a special drop. Yep. Dude, this is not winnable without rest. Also, letting you guys know, okay, that's the first time I've ever seen him use Reflect. Did I just DNF this first run? Because this luck is not going to work out without rest. Okay, I am gonna DNF this first run. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end up going straight to run 2, but first we need to think of a plan. Alright, so the moves we need to get are Body Slam, Thunderbolt, Blizzard, Reflect, Double Edge, and Mimic. So that's 5 TMs. So the plan is, oh, Bite as well. So level 18 for Brock. We have to use Bite on Misty after Nugget Bridge. Get Body Slam and the rare candy. We're pretty much getting every candy except Power Plant. It is never worth getting the Power Plant candy. It's never worth it. And then we'll use Body Slam for Surge. In order to afford more vitamins, I am going to delay the vitamin buy until after I finish the tower and Erica's gym. Honestly, probably the bikers too. Well, bikers don't really get much money. I just want to be able to buy more vitamins in one trip. Like, I'll probably just go in the second floor for repels and leave. Well, no, go in there. Yeah, just go in there for everything but repel, but vitamins. And then once I get all that, I'll have to go back in and buy the vitamins. So fight a bunch of the good bikers. Fight the trainers in Koga's gym. What else? Fight pretty much every trainer in Sil. Fight the fighting dojo. I need to get level 50 before the Rival 5 battle. So then I can use 7 rare candies to get to 57. And then I should be able to beat Rival 5, then Blaine, then Sabrina, then Giovanni, then Rival 6, and then do a bunch of Victory Road training. And I want to start Lorelei at a minimum of 63. 63 through 67 all work. Zealous Pawn, I DNF'd the first run, which is did not finish, because not having rest for this fight makes it almost impossible to win. Like, it's almost impossible for me to win this without rest. And I'd rather not waste my time. So we're just discussing the plan and going straight to run 2. Come on. "12 resets and yeah, we were always gonna underspeed the Alakazam. That was always gonna happen. Alright, at least we have a game plan for run 2. I'm gonna set the under at 138. So is the plan Body Slam Para and barely tank a hit? Well, we're gonna have to 2-shot the Alakazam, because Double Edge would only 1-shot with a crit. And what's the point using Double Edge if he's gonna outspeed? So the plan is to just 2-shot the Alakazam, hope for a paralysis or a crit. Kind of like how we had to do Rival 5 earlier. And then once I get to the Rhydon, with rest in hand, I'm going to get to -6 defense. Actually, wait, that Rhydon only has Fury Attack. It doesn't have Stomp, does it? Leer, Tail Whip, or... yeah, just Fury Attack. So the plan's to get to -6. And then once I get to -6, my moves should... I should one-shot the Executor with Blizzard. -6. Do you think that's a bad idea or something? Remember, that'll also boost my attack and my special. I just want... well, Steven plays, like, effectively... I DNF'd the run, so nothing won. What was I gonna say? But yeah, with my... actually, we should probably test this, actually. Tell Steve this is Nidoran female. No, it can work. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because that should boost our attack enough to where Blizzard should one-shot, and besides, we'll have rest. Let me open up the XP router. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap screens, and we'll go ahead and test this out. I'm just going to mass use some vitamins just to create, like, max static, like, the vitamin cap, basically. Alright, so let's start this at 63, which I plan to do. I wonder if we can reach sub-hour in yellow with a fast Brock. Potentially, maybe, I don't know. Well, that's something for you to try. Alright, so what moves do I want to test? Yeah, Nidoran Male is way better. Way better attack. It gets access to Horn Drill via TM. And in general, it's just better. Nidoran Female is far worse. Okay, so I need to teach the Body Slam. Blizzard. And Thunderbolt. Okay, let's take a look at the champion fight. So yeah, okay, so it looks like Pidgeot would be a one-shot without a crit. Thanks, stop by, Sundown. That's fine. Alakazam first turn 6%. Remember, this was with Vitamin Threshold, Attack, and Special. God, these stupid hiccups. You need to choose either Mimic or Rest. I'm thinking Rest, honestly. Because the plan is just going to be spam Thunderbolt and Blizzard. Like, I'm pretty sure 20 PP can take care of our Pokemon. Plus, I have Body Slam for the Golbat and the Arbok. Okay, so... But that's fine, though. The Alakazam was always going to be luck. The question is, will the badge boost be enough? Here's what I'll do. Up here, I can apply... Actually... Yeah, let me have the enemy apply Leer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Blizzard will one-shot the Rhydon. Body Slam is a 59% chance. And it's always going to use Hypnosis, by the way, so that is very bad. And then Gyarados is only a one-shot with a crit. Then Charizard's an 87% chance to one-shot. I think that might be too low of a level, honestly, level 63. Let me try 65 at the start of Lorelei, see if that makes a difference. Oh, it does. 92% for the Executor, 92% for the Gyarados, 92%. That's effectively crits. So if I start Lorelei at a minimum of 65, then I will one-shot these three unless it crits. Yeah, we're going to take chip damage, yeah, but here's the thing. It's only a 1 in 3 chance of Psychic. It could go for Psybeam, or it could go for Reflect, which honestly, Reflect would be bad. Yeah, let me look at the ranges again for 63. Yeah, that's bad. What about 64? 66, 70, and guaranteed. So if I did it one level lower at Lorelei, then it'd be 66 and 70. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, 65 at the start of Lorelei. So maybe what I should do is save the final rare candy, so that way in Victory Road when I do the training, once I get to 64, I can use the candy to get a fresh level up. Yeah, and then the moveset's going to be Body Slam, Rest. Honestly, we don't even need Thunderbolt or Blizzard for this point. Well, it's not... Is it possible? Is it possible for us to not teach Mimic until the champion? I think it is entirely possible, yes. Well, we'll have to Blizzard Giovanni. My dog noticed he's growling and barking. Good. Here, I'll make it help. Roar, roar. Let me know if that irritated him. We're looking at the ranges with badge boost. Yeah, I'm aware of that actually. Let's just say this never happened. Yeah, see? It's always going to be a 2-shot. No, he looked confused. Funny. Kind of weird how the enemy hitting us with Leer isn't affecting his moves. Like, he should be making Psychic do less. Does it not have me with the badge? It should. Hey, Zealous Pawn, why is the damage output for Psychic not being updated? Like, I'm having... It should. Yeah, is this a bug or something? It's weird. Anyway, though, I think we pretty much... Yeah, it should be entirely possible to... Well, it should be possible, yeah. If we do the candies, we'll probably be like level 61 or 62 for Rival 6. We're not going to need agility then, I don't think. You're leering them, not you. What? I have this set under enemy setup. Yeah, I have it under enemy setup. See, when I use Leer under enemy setup, my damage goes higher. I'm just wondering why the damage output for the opponent isn't going down, because that should be badge boosting my special, too. Strange. But yeah, if we choose not to teach it and just have Mimic, Rest, Body Slam, and let's just say Blizzard. Because it looks like... Yeah, we'll need Blizzard for the ride-on. Use the top box for them hitting you? Oh. That makes more sense. Oh, that explains it. So, we would still have to use Body Slam on the Executor. Then Thunderbolt one-shots the Gyarados. And the Charizard without a crit. Okay, yeah, so we do need to have Thunderbolt, Blizzard, and Body Slam, and Rest. So we can't have Mimic too. It's a good thing you told me that, otherwise I would have been fucked. But yeah, this is assuming we have max threshold for attack and special, which I'm pretty sure we will. 70 would probably be better. Yeah, but that costs time. And that's something I don't have. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a new route and enable the recording. Alright, enable the recording. I'll leave that up there. Alright, let me just make sure my stats are still perfect. Alright, before I get started, I'm going to take a tiny break. Like, a few minutes so I can, refill my drink, use the restroom, and probably get some Tums or something for my stomach. Get these hiccups to go away. It's really upsetting my stomach now. But, anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll do the second run. Be right back. I am back. Wonder how much Fury Attack's going to do at -5 or -6. It'll probably do a decent bit, but we'll have rest. And remember, it's only a 1 in 4 chance. The chance risk I'm willing to take. I just hope that Tums helped. Because the hiccups were getting so bad, like violently shaking my stomach, it was starting to make me sick. Alright, run number 2. We know the game plan. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Okay, I didn't have the gameplay showing. Go. I don't think I set my settings, did I? No. Alright, my XP router is nice and updating. Hello, Rex Raptor. Alright, so yeah, the game plan for Brock is just the same as the first run, level 18. I wonder what level Nidoran male needed. Probably like 15, because it could just use Leer and Horn Attack, which is better than Growl and Scratch. I would definitely have reset it if I lost there, by the way. Although fighting the lab. Yeah, right. It was cutting it close, actually. Actually, I should go get that potion. Alright. I do not need that Pokeball. I'll need that potion. Honestly, I think I should try the Blackout training immediately. I think just fight the bug catchers once I eventually beat the guy. At least my hiccups sort of went away. I think that Tums may have helped. Probably should have just taken that first thing this morning, I guess. Then again, my body's really weird. Like, my hiccups will be here for a week, but they'll go away like every few hours. Alright, so I need to spend 15 Pokeballs. Because I am that annoyed with that stupid Paris. Okay, maybe train a little bit first. I mean, that was a crit. Granted, that was a crit. But that's still a bit too risky. I should probably do level 10. I'm not going to fight the bug catchers to get that level because the Caterpie Weedle bug catcher is on the other side of the forest. And the Kakuna guy, the one with the Kakunas, he's going to take way too long to knock out. And I'm in medium slow. It's not going to take many encounters to get level 10. Error recording, could not find trainer. But what the fuck? think the XP router's all screwed up. Yeah, the XP router's all fucked up. What the... Alright, I'm getting rid of that. It's broken. I don't know what the heck happened. For some reason, like, ever since I, fought the level 9 Weedle guy in the forest, it started re-recording the same things. And it kept getting error messages. I think once I get Poison Sting, I'll just spam Poison Sting on the Diglett. That way I'll be at less HP for the Sandshrew. Five blackouts. There we go, Poison Sting. Yeah, it is getting to the point where it's starting to become really slow. Six blackouts. Alright, 15. Honestly, it's really not worth it to continue blackout training, honestly. I don't know. What is the approach? Because remember, I still haven't fought the bug catchers yet. I think maybe once I get 16. I think 16 and then some. Actually, I think I should just straight up go to 17. Alright, because yeah, fighting the two remaining bug catchers once I'm at 17 should put me at 18, and then I'll just have to fight some extra trainers. Well, I'm probably going to win this one. I'll just win it. Alright, let's go ahead and go back and fight those trainers now. Alright, 17. I wonder if I should just do 17 into 18. Because the Geodude is just going to spam Defense Curl anyway. I think so. Let's see. How much XP does the Geodude give? I think it's like 240, I think. I think I'll just get to 200 or less. Do Shiny Mew and Crystal. No. I'll do Mew and Crystal at some point. I don't have any plans for it. You want to meet my sisters? I'm not sure why you would. That's a bit weird, but they don't live near me. Man, I am getting a lot of Kakunas. Oh my god, what is my Kakuna luck today? Kind of insane. $221. That should be enough. Alright, so the plan for the Geodude is start off with 6 Growls and sweep with Scratch and hope for the best. And we're just gonna black out if we lose. Keep the experience. Alright, -6. And +6 defense. Yippee. Oh, this'll be a while. I almost set that down on my keyboard. Oh yeah, Geodude. Keep using Defense Curl while you're at max defense. It'll work great for you. Ooh, crit. Wait, what? 1 XP. You have got to be kidding. That was 1 XP? That is so dumb. Well, let's see if we'll still win. Alright, so the plan is 6 Growls, spam Poison Sting. We gotta try and get it poisoned. 1. 2. Come on. Dude. Oh, I'm dead. Dude, I can't believe I was literally 1 XP away. I mean, I guess it's what I get for not having the number memorized. Then again, I know the amount of XP the Junior Trainer gives you is 409. But I don't know how much the Geodude gives. Let me look at the number. This will be useful information. Come on, keep going. Come on, you can use Defense Curl now. $220. Okay. Alright, so the plan is 6 Growls. Poison Sting. Poison Sting. Come on. Dude. I am getting so unlucky with Poison Sting. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the Geodude's 220. I kind of figured that out already. Honestly, I don't think trying to poison the Onyx is a good idea now that I think about it. Like, isn't Poison Sting supposed to be like a 20 or 30%, 33% chance to poison? Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. It just does too little damage. I mean, I'm not going to start the run over. I mean, this is still good XP. Hey, I outspeed the Onyx. This is not good. Oh my god. This sucks. That shows you how lucky I was. Like, level 18 is literally the bare minimum. Like, honestly, level 20 is probably safer. Then again, 18 can work if I could have just gotten the luck with Poison Sting. I mean, at least I'm choosing to blackout instead of resetting so I can keep the XP. Hey, I have a lot more health so far. Like, usually at this point, I'd have like 32 HP. Nice crit. Okay. Okay. I think maybe during the bide, I should try and use Poison Sting. Oh my god, I 3 poisons in a row. Four. 5. It's poisoned. Okay. $18. Can anyone rewind the stream? And I don't have splits anymore. Can anyone tell me how long it took in the first run for me to beat Brock? But yeah, the strat is definitely to try and poison, because without the poison on the Onyx, if you can't end up getting it poisoned, then you end up really getting down to the wire. It gets really, really close. I think the more consistent strat for Brock has to be level 20. 15:45. Okay, so I'm like 3 minutes slower. Honestly, that's kind of expected. The Brock split was pretty bad. Because I did get really lucky in that split, but I've got time to make up elsewhere. Thank you, Dust Yankee. Who knows? The extra level here might give me an extra level with the champion. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, yeah, getting the Spearow is good. What I can do with Spearow is I can catch Geodude instead of Paris, and then I can just trade the Spearow for a Farfetch'd. I'll do that only near the end, though, if I can't find a Paris. I'm still going to defeat pretty much every Zubat. Most of the trainers in here need to be beaten too. The Nidorans are better in yellow. They absolutely are, because both the Nidos in yellow get double kick at level 12, which is their solution to Brock. But yeah, if this was yellow version, they'd have a way better time. Dude, every time I choose to fight her, she always uses Sing. I mean, honestly, I should really just not fight her, but I need all the XP I can get. Oh, we need to think about vitamin. I think the one vitamin I truly need to buy are protein and calcium. Like, I just need to make sure by the end of the run, or when I get to Lorelei, I'm at the vitamin threshold for speed, attack, and special. So I'll need to pick up most of the free vitamins and then buy vitamins. But I think the vitamins, like, I'll buy probably protein and calcium, like a mix of the two. I don't know. I gotta make sure to leave room for all the free ones too. Because let's see, where are the free vitamins? Let's start with Carbos. There's a free Carbos in the Safari Zone, the Mansion, and Sylph Coast. That's 3. There's a free protein in Sylph and the Safari Zone. And then for free calcium, Sylphco and the Pokemon Mansion. But yeah, there's a Carbos in the Safari Zone too, so that makes 4 Carbos. So honestly, I think it's more important to buy protein and calcium than to buy Carbos. I mean, I'm not outspeeding the Alakazam anyway. Yeah, I think I just need to buy a mix of both protein and calcium. That's what my vitamin of the day is going to be. Also, I'm not finding Paris, so when I get to near the end of the cave, if I don't have Paris, you know what? I'll just catch this Geodude. I mean, it is going to be slower to do the trade, but whatever. I'm kind of upset I bought this many pokeballs. Yep, never found a Paris either. Yeah, my Paris luck has been so bad today. Alrighty, let's start with this fight. Oh, because of the blackout training, I actually outspeed the Pidgeotto now. Although I got hit with a bunch of quick attacks anyway. There's a chance I might lose. Oh my god. Okay, that was so dumb. It didn't help that that quick attack from the Rattata crit. There we go. Okay. Ember, Ember, Burn. Barely lived. Okay, that was frightening. You know, Speed, it's very nice to take a break and watch stream while drinking some root beer. Oh, that's sweet. Glad I could be here in this trying time. I mean, I'm technically behind the first run, but in the mid to late game is where I'm going to make up a lot of time. I mean, this is not going to beat Steve's, like, hour 17-minute time, because that was with Nidoran Male. Nidoran Male is way better than Nidoran Female, for sure. Nidoran Female is very bad. Like, it's kind of a rough start that the random Pokemon that I was given was Nidoran Female. Honestly, it's kind of nice that I'm keeping the thumbnail a question mark during the stream, because people are going to see it and wonder what I'm running. I wonder if it's intentionally giving me more viewers right now. Because they're going to have to, like, click on it and see what I'm running. And then once the stream's over, I can just... I'll edit the thumbnail and put Nidoran on it. Okay, this is not good. I don't like having this few scratches, so I'm gonna need to spam a lot of tail whips. Oh, that was really cutting it close. That probably would have been potential start the run over territory. But I mean, with a Pokemon this bad, I probably would have just taken the blackout. Yeah, cheers. I'm drinking Pepsi Cola and had some shrimps and red spaghetti. I missed the cheese on top, but it was an okay meal. Yeah, I still haven't eaten dinner yet. I mean, during my break, I just had a few Baby Bells that were in the fridge. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting, you know? You know what's funny? If the random Pokemon I'd given you was like Hypno, this would be like an hour, 20-minute stream. Well, probably like 220, because I still had to do 2 runs, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and do Misty. First, I'll need to teach Bide in the place of Tail Whip. And here's the thing I need to remember. Hold on to Growl. I'm going to be getting rest on the boat, but I need to save it. Nidoran Mail next week? No. I don't know what game I'm doing next week. I'd have to look at my pre-planned video schedule. The random Pokemon solo run will always be the game that I made a video of that week. There won't be a red video next week, so it's not going to be Nidoran Mail. Okay. Tackle, Water Gun. Okay. There we go. That was a bit iffy, because turn 1 water gun crit when I wasn't using Bide yet. That was definitely annoying, but hey, I still won. Able to help painful. So imagine doing a standard run of red version, but people can super chat to kill the Pokemon or the team. You have to catch a new team. Like how would I even do that? Would it be like a randomized Nuzlocke or something? And you can donate to kill a team member? Like, how would that work? Sand attack. Good start. Well, at least it was the second one. Yeah, Nuzlocke would work. So, like, there would be, like, a donation threshold to, like, kill the best member of my team. It would have to be a high incentive, though, to kill the best member of my team. Alright, I'm gonna need to get the boat max potion. First, get body slam. There's also a boat ether, too. I mean, I don't really need to use the boat ether. It's normally known as the life ether because it really helps if you have to train here. But, I don't need it. I mean, I've thought of doing something similar to Steve. I don't want to do a stadium randomizer because that would be kind of like ripping him off. I mean, he didn't invent the concept, but I don't really want to do that. Like a stadium randomizer. I could think of like something different with like a donation incentive to like kill like a party member or something. Like something like that. That'd be fun. Pay to make him suffer. Yeah, that's what Steve does with the stadium randomizers. Like game dev donated when Steve was trying to beat Morty. He spent so much time during the Morty section. For some reason, he was looking up on his phone the weaknesses of Ariados, and during that time, the Ariados was Morty's last Pokemon. Game dev was able to get in a donation to kill the team. Like, Steve should not have been stalling. Oh, wait a minute. Even before the SSN rival. Well, here's the thing. The SSN rival is sort of scary in Red and Blue because he does have fully evolved Pokemon, which he doesn't in Yellow. So you don't want to completely diss him. Like, he's got Eradicate, he's got a Kadabra. Like, he's still a pain. Also, you know what's going to suck about this? Strength and Dig are going to be on the same Pokemon, which I hate. I hate both of them being on the same Pokemon. Because it'd be very easy to use Strength instead of using Dig, so I'm going to have to be careful. Hey, it's because I never found a Paris. Okay, I do not like how few body slams I have, but that's fine. I have Bite. Nice crit. You just dig out of Victory Road. That's happened to both of us in the past. I just have to be careful. Actually, wait, no. It's not going to be Dig and Strength on the same Pokemon. I have Lapras. That was okay. That was only a problem during the randomizers. Like, when we did Pokemon randomizers, we would often have Strength and Dig on the same Pokemon, and it's led to situations like that. Alright. I did not delete Growl this time. Okay, but what will be annoying is that Cut and Fly are going to be on the same Pokemon. That is annoying. Although, the most likely scenario in these type of runs where I'll dig out is if my main Pokemon has Dig, and I, like, fight a trainer or something like that, and then the cursor resets to the top of the bag, and I spam A and dig out. That's the only way, though. That's why I don't... That's why, like, I always like to have my Pokemon not have Dig. I mean, most of the time I don't even train in Victory Road, so it's not really a problem for most Pokemon. Well, here's the thing, game dev, like, just because it's not a run killer doesn't mean it's not annoying. Like, Sand Attack isn't a run killer, but that's still annoying. I need to put Thunderbolt in slot 2. Alright. Use the max potion. Alright, so I do not want to teach Rest until much later, so I'm going to have to use Growl on this guy. Just growl until they blow themselves up. Living dangerously. The crit would have killed us. It would have, but it's a Slowpoke. Slowpoke have like a 5% chance to crit. It's more likely for him to confuse us with confusion than for him to get a crit, and I've had that happen before. Well, the thing is, it's not a likely outcome. I'm not going to plan for that. Alright, so on this route, I am going to need to fight the Muck Trainer. I'd probably bite this thing to save PP. I could also fight the Poliwhirl Trainer, but his XPs are kind of... Well, I have Thunderbolt. At least he'll be quick. You know, people in the comments of the last stream were telling me that... They were telling me about Flygon HG, who does Nuzlocke. He always thinks about crits. Because I guess if you play, like, hardcore, like... Or hardcore Nuzlocke, you kind of have to think about crits. But that's just not how I play. Critting a self-destruct. Well, these things happen. You know? Things just happen. Yep, GG, restart. I'm not going to be buying vitamins, though. I'm going to be doing everything else but that. Alright, 3 nuggets. Horn drill. 8 super repels. Double edge for the money? Oh, no, I'm teaching it. I am going to be using it for some parts. Yeah, I am going to be teaching it probably right away over bite. Oh, I forgot to sell those TMs. Oops. I don't need a heal. It's just a little bit of HP. I just Gen 1 missed Thunderbolt. Good thing he wasted his turn with Whirlwind. Alright, I do have that full restore in my bag, so I'll need to use that. Hey Annie. Yeah, this is Nidoran female. Steve and a bunch of other people like Zellspawn thought this was Nidoran male. But no, it's female. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get the HP up to sell. I mean, if this was also Nidoran male, the color palette would be, like, more purple. But I understand the confusion. Yeah, they're both poison bunnies. Although bunny is not really the right word for that. On the bright side, I haven't hiccuped for the last, like, 50 minutes, so I think that Tums might have actually worked. I wonder if the hiccups are just caused by an upset stomach. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Dude. Oh, man. Oh, that's really bad, actually. I just lost half of my money. Literally half of my money is gone. That is horribly bad. That is horribly bad. Alright, I'm not going to be using that. Well, I have a spare repel. I always buy a spare. That is really, really bad. It's a good thing I didn't sell most of my stuff. Yeah, I played around it by not selling them. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I sold a bunch of it. Like, I sold the nuggets. So yeah, I guess to make up for it, I'm gonna have to delay the buy even further. Like, as long as I buy the vitamins I need, I'm good. Yeah, maybe I should do the... I should probably do Erica's gym, then the bikers. Then Safari Zone. Is there even anything valuable in the Safari Zone? Just a max potion. Hiccups are like... I don't even know what that is. Yeah, my body just, like... I almost never get hiccups, but when I do, they go on and off for several days. Really annoying. I've had them since, like, yesterday morning. Not even kidding. Okay. Oh, here's another thing I can do. There's 2 optional beauties here. The beauty trainer class gives a lot of money. Like this one gave 1,600. I mean, at least compared to most trainers, that's a lot. This beauty is required. There is one other beauty. She's down there, though. Not good. John, I'm not dying. They're just hiccups. At least this person's worth decent XP. Oh my god. I think the cool trainers give good money too. 840. Okay, this is the last. I do not think lasses give good Pokemon. I thought you were sick. No, just hiccups. Okay, yeah, this is the final beauty. Yeah, the burglars also give really good money too. They're the non-gym leader trainer class that gives the most amount of money. Okay. Erica, then the bikers, then I'll go do Safari Zone. Really upsetting. I lost so much money, though. Alright, let's go ahead and go do the bikers. Not all the bikers, though. That is, I accidentally used a super repel when I should have used a regular repel. Oops. Okay. This guy right here is the Mankey guy. Okay. I think the guy to the left of him is the Wheezing guy. Okay, I do not like how I am low on HP. Really? I'm out of room. Oh gosh. Alright, save here just in case. I think using Thunderbolt might be better here than using a physical move. Do the bikers here even give good money? Not really. Alright, so I'm going to need to use these vitamins as soon as I pick them up. I'm not going to have room for the other things. This is going to make things a bit awkward. Oh, I still had room. Okay. Am I going to have room for both the Gold Teeth and Surf? I don't think I am. Nope. Okay. I'll get rid of Counter. That was really awkward. Okay, I need to do the selling now. Let's see how many vitamins I can buy. Okay. Nugget. Ice Beam. Rock Slide. Try Attack. HP up. Full Restore. Alright, quite a bit. Okay, so I need to use the free Carbos in the mansion and Sylph. So I should only buy 2 Carbos. And, I definitely need to buy the rest in calcium. Alright, now we need to go do, Koga's trainers. I'll read that message in just a moment. Gen 1 seems to be the place where it matters the most whether or not using special or physical move because of the defenses rather than your attacking stats. I think that's interesting because if you're not an Alakazam or a Machamp, you're probably at least somewhat of a mixed attacker, and that's kind of neat. That is true, yeah. It's not really something you have to think about. I mean, even in the newer... Well, I was going to say in the newer games you want a mix of both, but with the physical special split, it's not really a thing that often. I mean, like in Platinum runs, for example, you pretty much are going to need a physical move to take out the Blissey in Victory Road, because otherwise it's just going to stall you to death, because it has Light Screen as well. There are some Pokemon where you kind of need a mix of both, but for the most part, not really. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Also, I'm a higher level than last time. Last time, I was attempting Koga at level 40. Wait a minute. I needed to do Sylph training first, too. Okay, you know what? This is fine. Here's what I'll do. I'll fight Koga's trainers, leave, then go do Sylph trainers, then come back and fight Koga. It's much less common than Gen 1. Makes sense. Where's my full restore? Oh, I guess I used it. You know what? This'll be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get strength. Alright, let's go ahead and do all the Sylph training. Well, not just Sylph. I also need to do the Fighting Dojo. Basically, I need to get level 50 before Rival 5, so then I can use all my rare candies. And at that point, I'll have 7, so I'm going to use all my candies to get to 57. And then I'll end up getting the rest of the candies in the game. And then I'll need to save one of them for specifically before entering Lorelei's room, because I need to enter her room with a fresh, clean level 65. And then the run will go great from there. Number of poison types introduced per gen got reduced a lot after gen, which is kind of a shame, but there's not really a drought of poison types despite that. Yeah, Gen 1 introduced a lot of poison types. I mean, honestly, I'm not really that upset about them not introducing many new Pokemon. Because, I mean, there's already so many Pokemon anyway. Like, each gen only introducing around 100 or so. Not really a big deal for me, because a lot of games, their regional decks will include other Pokemon too. Like, it's not like a full Gen 5 where, like, everything is new. They're always going to have in some older Pokemon mixed in, too. There we go. I meant in comparison. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Alrighty. I think after I get the card key, first things first, I should go to the 9th floor and unlock the healing bed. Every gen is like 30 new water types. You know, I actually looked this up on Google once. The most common type is actually water type. 18% of the entire dex is at least part water, which is insane. I think Kalos still has the record for the least amount of new Pokemon introduced. At like 70. Owen moment. Nice. One-shot the Drowsy. Almost one-shot Hypno. So yeah, after I do the Sylph training, I'll need to leave and go fight Koga. I need the speed boost. I'm not fighting that scientist, though. His XP yields are really bad. Alright, so yeah, I can only use one more Carbos. But you know what the good thing about that is? The one Carbos that I can use is in the mansion. Although there is a chance me doing this training will put me over that threshold anyway. Which could happen. I don't think I fought this guy last time. I mean, all the scientists are pretty much good training. Okay, 2 quick attacks is not good. Gotta use the heal bed again. Alright, this is the 7th floor. What's your favorite regional dex? Probably the Black 2 White 2 regional dex. It's got all the Unova Pokemon and a good mix of others. I mean, that's just something I never thought about. But then again, the newer games, like, the regional dex is basically the entire Pokedex. I don't know, I don't really have a favorite regional dex. That's just not something I ever think about. I think backtracking might be faster than opening a menu. Okay, I need to go to the 6th floor. Hisui? I don't know. It's just something I never thought about. Yeah, Steve is not gonna like Nidoran female in red and blue, but on the bright side, once he eventually has to do it, he'll have my run to reference. I have a full restore? No. Back to the 9th floor we go. You've never played those games? Really? Well, you really should if you ever get the chance to. I mean, I know they're expensive, but there are other ways, you know? I mean, with the prices, you probably should just emulate it. The only reason you should ever buy, like, those older games is if you want it for your collection. Alright, so after this, I need to go dig out and go fight Koga. Oh wait, I need Reflect, too, for Koga. Yeah, I better go get that. Actually, could I do another vitamin buy? Probably. Wait, wrong floor. TMs are on the second floor. You know what? Yeah. I can buy, like, a couple of protein. Alright, Reflect in the place of Growl. Only having 2 resets is pretty impressive. I mean, you may see the blackout counter, but when I put this on my leaderboard, I don't count blackouts. I only have blackouts on the overlay just as a visual reference for anyone who's curious. But it's not counted on the leaderboard. Mainly because I never tracked it until recently. Alright, so after I beat Koga, I am going to have to use all of my candies. Alright, so I think the best plan of action is just use Reflect on the Wheezing. Like, don't use it anywhere else, wait till the Wheezing. I'm just lucky I never got smoke screened. There we go. 50 exactly. Let's go. Never even used the XP router for that. Like, getting to 50 exactly, I had to memorize what trainers to fight. I did not use the XP router with that. That was just perfect. Well, here's the thing, like, some of the time, blackouts are intentional, like for training. I mean, other times they're accidents, but I don't count them as resets, because you got to keep the experience, so it's like part of the run. Okay, where are my candies? Here they are. I need to use all my candies to 57. And then, how many more candies am I going to get throughout the run? Let's see, there's the Safari Zone Warden candy, there's the 2 on in the mansion. So 3 candies. And then there's the 4th one in Victory Road. The Victory Road one, I have to save for when I hit 64. So I'm going to have to fight a bunch of Victory Road trainers to make up for it. Yeah, see how much easier this was? Alright, so I don't need Reflect anymore, so as soon as I get into the mansion, I am going to need to replace Reflect with Blizzard. Yeah, the unintentional ones are a time loss, I agree with that. But they're not going to be counted as resets on my leaderboard. But yeah, just for the leaderboard's sake, this run only had 2 resets. Like, where I had to actually reset the game. Because I had to reset, basically. Yeah, the whole rest of the game is going a lot quicker now because of those candies. Also, I really do not need the special boost for Sabrina. Like, I'm pretty much screwed if she hits me with crit side beam no matter what. Stuff like blackout grinding, the money lost sucks, but it's also 10 minutes into the game, just buy potions. You only lose $2. Yeah, that's why I did the shopping before the blackout grinding. That was intentional. You know, Sabrina would be a lot harder if that... Well, I was going to say if it had Reflect, but then I just realized that's not how Reflect works in this game. My god, Sabrina threw that fight. I mean, in the last fight, she used 2 Psy Waves, and one of them missed. Are there any good trainers on the water I can fight? Because, let's see, if we include the 2 Cinnabar Island candies and the Warden candy if I go backtrack for it, like, effectively I'm level 62. I need to get to 64. So then I can use the Victory Road candy. So honestly, I don't really need to fight that many optional trainers. Oh, darn, I can't use that Carbos. All that training I did put me over, sadly. Also, I'm going to need to buy more repels. Like, when I had that blackout in Pokemon Tower, I lost a repel. Yeah, Sabrina's pretty dumb. Max repels and Cinnabar. That I'm aware of. Little spoiler, Zealous Pond, for my Mew run. My Mew run had to buy Max repels and Cinnabar because I was trying to spam Dig, and I accidentally used 3 super repels all at once, so I had to go buy some. And that was the run that got that really good time. I mean, honestly, so far, assuming all the times that were publicly available in the Mew Race Discord, assuming those are still the top times, I'm either in 5th or 6th place. I should probably have used Reflect just in case of Takedown. Eh. He's too nice to razz about it, probably. I guess so. Okay, so before I go there, I need to go get that Warden candy. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. As soon as I get a level up, I'm going to use my 3 rare candies. And then the rival should hopefully get me to 64. And then I can use the Victory Road candy to get to 65. And once I get to 65 at the start of Lorelei, my levels are good. I also just realized I forgot to teach Blizzard. Oops. Max Repels are like double stuffed Oreos. They say double stuffed even though they're 1.75. That's true. Yeah, technically, if you look at price per repel step, super repels are actually the best bang for your buck. Alright, so see, I've got 3 candies. I'm going to go ahead and use these 3 right now. And I'm hoping Giovanni combined with Rival 6 will get me 1 level to 64. And then I can do a clean level up to 65 with the Victory Road candy. Hey, look. Look at that. Those rare candies for Giovanni absolutely mattered. I outsped that Doug trio. Yep, they absolutely mattered. Oops. Well, I ran out of blizzards, so I'm gonna have to body slam a Rhydon. I was disappointed using max repels. They really aren't much of an upgrade. Yeah, I mean, it is... If you have a lot of money, it's nice that you don't have to constantly reapply it, which is nice. But if you care about money, super repels are the better deal. Yeah, they're convenience. Like, they're not as good of a deal as super repels, but you can go longer. They're rich people repels, exactly. That's what max potions are. Like, there's no reason to buy max potions. Am I gonna outspeed the Alakazam? No, I was never gonna outspeed that. I just got a special drop. Okay, it seems like all that planning for the champion fight is not gonna matter at all, because oh wait. Mimic agility. What can I get rid of? Probably double edge. Okay. I forgot, dude. Alright, so yeah, I do not need double edge in the league. In fact, for the champion, or for Agatha, Mimic is going to get replaced with, Rest. I mean, it means I'm not going to have, It means I'm not going to have Mimic agility for Lance, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, get rid of double edge. Okay, yeah, those were some unnecessary resets. Okay, that was embarrassing. You saw nothing. I totally did not mimic wing attack. I don't think using all 3 agilities was necessary. I think I only needed to use 1. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the level up anyway. Yeah, I figured. Rage. Okay, that was lucky. So yeah, that mid-battle level up was actually bad. That was a bad mid-battle level up. Oh, hey, Scott. How you doing? You missed, the first playthrough, which I DNF'd on. Yeah, Scott, the random Pokemon I'm doing is Nidoran female. That's what the random Pokemon generator told me to do. And for reference, I did watch the video you and Van Man did. I watched a couple of others. And that's when I realized I needed level 18 for, what's-his-face, Brock. You finished Gulpin. Oh, God. I looked at that moveset when Ike told me you were doing it. And I just went, oh my God. You know what's upsetting? You'll probably mention this in your video, but I saw how it got, Amnesia by level up. And I noticed it gets Acid Armor by Egg Move. If it got Acid Armor instead of Amnesia, I feel like the final Steven battle won't be as hard as I'm making it out to be. Because you could just boost your defense, or like, it could get... Why couldn't it get both of them by level up? Like Amnesia and Acid Armor. I mean, I'm sure Amnesia was still super useful. I'm out of repels. That's gonna be some time loss. Did 4 runs? What is wrong with you? Do you need help? Like, I get, like, solo runs are fun, but I would only do that with, like, good Pokemon. Like, I would do 4 playthroughs with, like, Nidoking. I would do 4 Emerald playthroughs with, like, Metacham. Yes, Scott, if you when you end up doing Nidoran female, little tip, get to level 50 before Rival 5. Like, that means doing all the Sylph training, the fighting dojo, the bikers, Erica's gym. Do everything you can to get to level 50, and use your 7 rare candies to get to 57. So now, what I'm going to do is I have my final Victory Road candy, get to 65, and now I'm all good with mid-battle level ups. I planned 65 at the start of Lorelei, so that way I level up before the Alakazam. So that way I can get badge boosted on the ride-on, because I can just use rest to make sure I get the 6 Leers. Scott's just built better than you. I guess. Oh my gosh, you stupid. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Yeah, you did it anyway. I probably would have only done one playthrough of Gulpin, because I'd be like, you know what? This Pokemon sucks. This is as good as time as I'm getting it. He can suck it. Red's all about leveling up into the Rhydon. That is absolutely true. I mean, here's the thing, like, Nidoran female doesn't have to worry about, like, leveling up during, like, Lorelei or something, because I don't have a badge boosting move. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, so doing all this will get me level 68 for the Rhydon. Alright, so now I have to teach Rest in the place of Mimic, because... Yeah. I'm just gonna have to defeat her Ghost with 5 Blizzards and 15 Thunderbolts. The rest is gonna make her sort of more consistent. Although using Rest on her Gengar with Dream Eater is not a good idea. So I would try and use Rest on something else. Come on. Oh god. Wow. Okay. This is the Agatha lottery for you. There's really not much you can do about this fight. Fluctuating is so painful. Oh god, it is. Actually, technically, Erratic can be painful depending on the Pokemon. For example, Shedinja. Like, when I did Shedinja in Leaf Green a couple of years ago, I had to grind to level 25 to get Spite for Brock, and I'm not kidding, on 3 times speed, that took over 2 hours. On 4 times speed, that'd probably be like an hour and a half, hour 20. Like, that's probably worse than the Latios grind. Why is Gulpin fluctuating? I don't know. But, I think I remember looking this up. I think half of the Pokemon in those growth rates are Gen 3 Pokemon. Like, I don't even know why they invented new growth rates. That would have just been too much work on their end. Oh my god. Dude, Agatha's destroying me. Destroying me so bad. Oh my god, dude. When she puts me to sleep, she seems to actively know to use Dream Eater. Well, at least I woke up right away. Alright, I need to use Rest on the Golbat. Okay, that was a convenient wake-up time. Okay. Fuse Ray, hit myself. Thunderbolt. Arbok. Thunderbolt. And I'm paralyzed. I don't think her final Gengar has Dream Eater. Does anyone know if her final Gengar has Dream Eater? I know it doesn't have Hypnosis. Does it have Dream Eater? It does. Oh, crud. Can I get a freeze? Please? Pretty please? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, man, that was rough. It does? Darn. Okay. So yeah, I don't have the Mimic Agility strat for the Aerodactyl, but it really doesn't matter. I am impressed that lived a Thunderbolt. And I missed a Blizzard. Awesome. I mean, at least this thing doesn't have Fly and Wing attack. Dude! Removed and reinstalled your power supply 3 times. I hate computer problems. I cannot imagine trying to build my own PC. I'd rather just buy a pre-built. I mean, my PC's a pre-built. And I spent a good amount of money on it. Crit Hyper Beam! Dude! I entered the league at like 4 resets. Now I'm at 11. And how in the heck is that thing living Thunderbolts? And I just missed Blizzard again. Well, at least you got the recharge. Hey, Hyper Potion delayed the recharge turn. Nice. There we go. He should not have been that hard. Alright, so, okay, I don't need to teach anything. Alright, so what the plan is, what all of this leveled out to is, I am going to level up after the Alakazam. However, though, the Alakazam is still going to be very luck dependent. Because I can only one-shot with a crit. So I need to try and get a paralysis or a crit. Well, I'm dead. I mean, I sort of got the paralysis, but I kind of needed a crit because of that reflect. But yeah, I level up before the Alakazam, which is fine, because I will not level up again till after the Charizard. I just need to make it to the Rhydon. Hey, KPI. Psybeam. Darn. Only works with a crit. There's this move called Focus Energy. That move doesn't exist in this game. That's a Gen 2 move. Psychic, that's dead. Yeah, Psychic has a pretty decent chance of one-shotting. I mean, I pretty much just have to Aerodactyl this fight. It's, like, the only thing this thing can reasonably do. Thank you for wasting your time, Pidgeot. I appreciate it. There we go. Okay, use rest. Alright, I need to try and get... Oh, dude! You're not supposed to crit! What are you? Okay, -6. Uh-oh. The good thing I woke up right away, because that would have hurt bad. Alright, Gyarados is going to one-shot no matter what, and Charizard will one-shot unless it crits. 123.52. 14 resets, level 68, 10 blackouts, game time at the Hall of Fame of 510. If I remember correctly, it is coded wrong and quarters the crit. It quarters it, yeah, instead of quadrupling it. It was fixed in Stadium, though. 123. That is a really good Nidoran female time. And I definitely had some screw-ups. But yeah, training to level 50 for Rival 5, using all 7 rare candies, and then fighting Sabrina, Blaine, then Giovanni, using 3 more candies to get to 63 for Giovanni, to outspeed Dugtrio, then beat him in Rival 6 to get 64, then the Victory Road candy to 65. That ended up being perfect. Thank goodness for the XP router to help with that. Well, hey, I got the under. Rough Agatha. Yeah, honestly, I'm impressed Agatha caused more resets than the champion. Because the Alakazam's literally all luck. Not even double edge one-shots it. But yeah, let's take a look. Yep, slower than Kabuto by 3 minutes. Because here's the thing, Kabuto had a badge boosting move called Harden. Nidoran female has nothing. Alright, so let's see, we were level 68 with 14 resets, with a real time of 1:23:52, game time of 5:10, and this is playthrough number 2. Alright, let's go ahead and get a picture. There we go. Last place on the leaderboard. Okay, yeah. This was an almost 4-hour stream, but doing a randomly generated Pokemon was actually a lot of fun. I'm impressed I was able to optimize this thing pretty nicely. I mean, there's obviously things it could do better, though. It had to do a lot of training, though. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the Random Tuesday. I'm going to see what game I'm doing next week. Let me look at my calendar. It's always the same game as the edited video. Okay, next week is going to be Pokemon Pearl. But however, we are not going to be doing a random Pokemon that week because... Well, actually we will be. Never mind. But yeah, it'll be Pokemon Pearl. So imagine the random Pokemon we could get. Imagine if we get Gulpin in Pearl. Oh god. That would probably be a 1 playthrough stream. If the Pokemon's that bad, I'm only going to do 1 playthrough. Like if it's something super bad where I need to do a ton of training. Anyway, next week is Pokemon Pearl. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, where Shadow Stitch will be joining us yet again. We'll be doing Virizion in Pokemon Black. I will see you all later.